would like to respond briefly, sir.
Yes, I just want to add and talk about self-awareness in leadership. And say, from your question, you are saying maybe this leader is he aware of his how he is impacting maybe on the subordinates, how he is impacting maybe on the productivity of the organization, and so on and so forth. These issues are actually hinged on self-awareness. Are we aware of how we are behaving and how it impacts on maybe the organization, how it impacts on the subordinates? And I think for you as well as a subordinate, you also need that self-awareness. How are you relating to your seniors? I normally don't want to talk about a boss relationship. We talk about being a team leader because we are all in the team. And some of these words, they have particular connotations. And because they've got labels, they've got a social meaning that they give. The moment you call someone chef, you call them boss, it means you cannot interact with them at the same level. It means you cannot share with them issues at a level where you are like colleagues. In relationships in a work environment, we believe that these are collegial relationships where you, being my subordinate, I can also learn from you. I have an open mind. I'm prepared to take your word so that at the end of the day we come up with what we have agreed, something that has your contributions, my contributions, and we believe is going to benefit the organization. So I'm saying that the team leader should have great self-awareness. What am I doing? How does it impact on other people? And I think fundamentally for leadership, your function, if you are a leader, your function is not to do. Your function is to enable others to do. So you create a conducive environment. So the environment should be physical. You create a conducive environment that is in the physical realm. You create it in the emotional realm, such that you empower the subordinates to be emotionally intelligent, to be emotionally astute, so that they are able to overcome whatever circumstances maybe is late in the work environment. You also want to talk about performance and encourage them to perform. So we are saying the leader should be able to have great self-awareness.
So just to finish off, I'll say the ability to unleash the leader in everyone is what now every leader is seized with these days, especially in transformative leadership. You need to have the ability to unleash the leader in everyone. Because everyone under you has got that potential to lead. And it is the tone that you set at the top that will enable those that are below you to exercise their leadership at those levels that they are.
Thank you very much. Next question, please introduce yourself, ma'am.
Thank you. My name is Mrs. Gogo. I wanted to just say something on the question where you said, can a subordinate coach his leader? I once heard a story that there was this very tall building, and the bosses, as you know, they're always used to using lifts. So that's how they knew how to get to 16th floor. But a disaster came, the building caught fire. They did not know about the staircase, which was the exit. But the guard knew very well how to save the bosses. So he's the one that was now the leader. He led all these bosses. He was the one now in front. And they all survived because of this guy who was a general a guard. So I think there are times when it comes to practical situations where you just find yourself somebody that you never knew could be of that use. Then you find in that particular situation, they become the leader. So I think as a leader, you should be just flexible. Leading is not just within the buildings or within a company. There are so many situations where you find even those whom you lead giving you advice or helping you to make decisions that are very useful. So I think everyone can influence anyone.
Wonderful. So leadership is about in and under authority, and it's always situational. Right in front of you, Mrs. Gogo. if somebody wants to ask a question or maybe make a comment. And tell them something
Thank you so much.
That the MC, the anchor is very good as well. It's a good comment.
Thank you so much. My name is Request Machimbira. My question to Coach Blessing would be related to performance issues. When the rascal in your team is apparently your biggest horse, can I personify this with Mario Balotelli?
Yes.
Technically competent, but with a severe poverty of character or behavior. And you try to dangle what you believe to be good workmanship on him, and you take him to Liverpool, and you give him a discipline-related incentives, and he fails to thrive facing discipline-related incentives, to the extent that his career is seemingly dying. How does performance coaching help executives, help the Balotellis of this world? Because the Balotellis of this world have got a record of efficiency, but they fall short on team dynamics. And it appears they then fail when you want to emphasize on that. Thank you.
Well, you had the request from Mr. Request. Please answer the request.
Yes, let me respond to the request. Maybe my first point of call would be that life coaching per se, most of us think it's an issue of sitting down with someone and then sharing, and at the end of the day getting results. It is a very intense relationship, very intense also in terms of how you engage the coaching. And I want to go back to the examples that you talk about. Character becomes very important in our lives in terms of performance. We talk about what we call hard skills. So you might have gone to university, you have this degree, and the soft skills which make up our character, the issue of how we relate, our emotional intelligence, the issue of how we value time, the issue of how we relate, how we communicate to other people becomes very, very important. And I would want to say, someone said, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, you need to move with others. So in that respect, you find that being able to be a team player is important. I differentiate between being a team member and a team player. Most organizations or institutions, we have what we call team members. They are there, we see them daily, they open their office. Yes, I normally say they come to work to go home. Because the moment they come into the office, they are looking at the watch, it's 8 o'clock, maybe 10 past 8 in the morning, they are calculating how many hours are left that they go home. So I want to say that the issue of character is very, very fundamental. And I would want to say that it is important to have a good character than you having a good, powerful hard skill. So what are we saying? We are saying soft skills are more important than hard skills. So what are the hard skills? The hard skills are the academic skills that we get. We go to institutions, we go to universities, we acquire skills. And I'm an engineer, for example, but what do? I can't manage time. I don't relate very well with others. And because of that, you are going to find that productivity at my personal level drops. Now, the moment productivity drops at my personal level, it impacts to the organization that I work for as well. So I would want to say, like in agreement with you, that character plays a important role in performance. I'll give local examples, maybe soccer players. I think we've had players like Moses Chunga, what they've done. But you are going to find that as a life coach, we say he could have gone even further than what he did. And we look at it and we say it is the character. These are the soft skills that did not push it further. So soft skills, what they do is they keep you rising in terms of your performance. They keep you improving your performance. The hard skills will allow you to perform. That's number one. So the hard skills naturally would open doors. So what do we do with our CVs? You have a very powerful CV, Mr. Machibir. Very powerful CV. So the CV will open doors. But what will keep the door open is your character. So you can get employed today, but 6 months down the line, because you are not compatible with the organizational ethos and what they believe in, you'll find yourself exiting through the same door that was opened for you by the hard skills. But the soft skills will continuously maintain the door open. So we say, yes, soft skills are more important than the hard skills. Thank you.
And also coming back to your example of Balotelli, now look at where he is. With all those skills, he have never won a prestigious award, like say the World Player of the Year. And this is his greatest undoing, character. What he needs maybe is to consult a relationship coach like Mr. Mendy. Maybe if he would work on that, he might be able to attain those prestigious accolades before he retires from football.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that with people like that, they actually need a one-on-one that will help them deal with their deep unmet needs. You know, most behavior is a result of certain goals or certain needs that are not being met. And sometimes we look at these people on the surface and think that they are behaving the way they are behaving because of what we see immediately. But they have deeper issues, self-esteem problems. So sometimes they need to be walked through a deeper walk, which really goes deep into who they are and into their past, and just help them to identify those needs and those goals that are not being those needs that are not being met. And as one walks them through themselves in a bid to reach a self and awareness, you find that as they become more aware of who they are, they begin to grow out of what they are doing, because most people are just putting a facade because they have something that is eating them inside which has not been unlocked. So it is important as a relationship coach to actually work with somebody and identify, help them through questioning to get a hold of those deep needs that are not being met. And as you work with them, they begin to identify themselves and identify who they are, and they soon realize that they are putting up an act and come out of their shell. So those people do need a one-on-one, because sometimes corporate coaching won't work.
Well, thank you very much. It is very clear to me as we give a big round of applause to our panelists that the four of you are in the business of getting into other people's business. And we thank you. Please take your seats and have a wonderful afternoon evening for the rest of the evening. Thank you. The next part of our program is really for me to introduce a man who has already been introduced by two people because of the impact that he has already made. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to now call upon our guest of honor to deliver his speech. Would you please help me welcome Coach Dave Young.
Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting me here this evening. I'm very honored. Thank you all for joining us tonight for the 2016 International Inaugural Annual Coaching and Mentoring Awards. as we recognize outstanding local and indigenous initiatives for success and achievement through coaching or mentoring. The International Inaugural Annual Coaching and Mentoring Awards are coaching and mentoring's most prestigious awards from the International Coaching and Mentoring Foundation, which is the first of its kind in Zimbabwe, marks the beginning of this kind of recognition for years to come. It shall indeed become a permanent feature on the International Coaching and Mentoring calendar. Tonight's event is a celebration. Those being honoured here are doing inspirational work through coaching and mentoring to engage, transform and empower others. I am pleased to share with you that there are 5 awards which will be given annually beginning this year, 2016, in the following categories: Executive Coach of the Year, Youth Coach of the Year, Leadership Coach of the Year, Relationship Coach of the Year, and Business Coach of the Year. The Achievement Awards acknowledge and celebrate the outstanding work by awarding the coach or mentor with an internationally recognized accolade. These awards highlight the vision, the commitment, and the will to succeed of those who have used coaching or mentoring to transform others into high-flying performers in their respective endeavors. Never has such leadership development been more important. Our world faces massive threats from economic meltdown, environmental degradation, including from climate change, due to irresponsible leadership. We need proactive and transformational leadership at every level, from the community to the global, to address these threats. Thus, coaching and mentoring provides timeous intervention to such vagaries of human weaknesses. The Achievement Awards are internationally recognized awards for coaches and mentors whose clients can demonstrate lasting success and achievement through the benefits of coaching or mentoring. Although the Achievement Awards are run by the Icmf, these awards are open to all practicing coaches and mentors full-time or part-time, whether certified or not. The Achievement Awards are a means of recognizing and rewarding coaching and mentoring excellence. Being entered for these coaching or mentoring awards will promote your skills as a coach or mentor. Winning one of the Achievement Awards allows you to use the Achievement Awards logo on your website, material and literature, and will build your professional reputation. Qualities shared by all entrants and winners of the Achievement Awards is each entry clearly demonstrates the outstanding results, the achievements, and the successes of each client. Those we honour tonight show how Indigenous and local initiative can lead the way. They are on the front lines of the struggle for transformational leadership. Tonight we honour the innovation and the leadership from those who so often are working below the radar and against significant odds. The creativity and the determination of tonight's award winners are inspirational for us all. They challenge each of us to reflect on how we can do more for sustainable human development. May their commitment and resolve be our inspiration to follow. I want to deviate for a moment from my prepared speech and just tell you 2 stories of my experience of coaches that helped me. Some people know, not many people know, that I'm classified or was classified as a high school dropout. That's what the Americans call people who don't make it through school. And that was me. I joined the police at 17 years of age. My first coach was my squad instructor. His name was Sergeant Jack Van Niekerk. I remember Sergeant Jack Van Niekerk very well. We were all scared of him. Some of us were more scared than others. When Sergeant Van Niekerk marched, the ground shook. When we ran out the depot for 15 kilometers run before breakfast, when we got back, Sergeant Van Niekerk wasn't even breathing hard, hadn't turned up a sweat, whereas the rest of us hardly made it back there at all, sweating profusely and breathing very, very hard. When Jack Beniko put on his uniform, he was absolutely immaculate. You cannot believe how smart this man was. He was the smartest policeman I ever knew. Jack Beniko saw something in me. And he came to me one day. He knew from going to the gymnasium that I had some kind of athletic ability. And he came to me and he said, Constable Young, recruit Constable Young as I was, the police swimming and diving championships taking place in February. I think maybe you can win them. Why don't you enter? And I'll give you some help. He took time out of his life to help me. For no reward, other than for my success. I didn't actually win, but I did come third. He was my first coach and mentor. I had many in the police. There were so many good people, you have no idea. I left the police in 1983, and I got a job with the Zimbabwe Institute of Management. The director of the institute was Mr. Alan Bridgeland. He wasn't the most popular of people. He was quite abrasive. He rubbed up a lot of people the wrong way. But he gave me a job, and he had some kind of faith in me. I had been trained in training, research and design in my latter years of my police service. And that's why I had been employed, because he said, we are going to standardize management training in Zimbabwe. And Dave, you're going to do it. Me? Yes, you. Alan Bridgeland got me to do things that I did not know I could do. And he did it all for me. He didn't do it for him. 10 years later, or thereabouts, I was still talking to Alan. I wasn't working for him anymore. But he still helped me. He introduced me to the right people. He got me to do the right things. And I ended up with a master's degree from Leeds University, all through Alan Bridgeland. Unfortunately, by this time my father was no longer alive, but my mother was. And she was exceptionally proud of my achievements. So I want to give you some idea of what a real coach and mentor can do. They can change people's lives as I had my life changed for me. With that, please now enjoy this evening's 2016 International Inaugural Annual Coaching and Mentoring Prize Award Ceremony. Thank you very much.
Well, Dave, before you leave, maybe there are some people who have got questions. We have heard the two testimonies, and it would be amiss for me not to allow other people to draw from your wealth of wisdom. Would there be any question? Maybe, let me ask my daughter to go first. She doesn't have a question, she'll ask me later. Anybody who's got a question for Coach? Yes, sir.
Well, okay, I did not introduce myself. The first question, Ernest Mboga is my name. I don't know your true experience in the police force, the type of coaching in the police force, maybe it's like also in the army or in the armed forces, or what can you call them. How difficult is it? How feasible is it? Is it possible to be a coach when you're in a police force where maybe the rules is just take commands and nothing else?
I think in the police force that I served in, for the majority of my time, there were great mentors. They didn't have any special qualifications. I remember my first member in charge. I was a recruit policeman. I had been out of depot for exactly 24 hours. My member in charge had said to me, "What did you learn, young, while you were in depot?" And I started to tell him, and he said, well, whatever it is you learn, forget it, because it doesn't work out here in the real world. 24 hours later, a rape case came in, and he delegated me to investigate it. And I remember feeling very, very unsure of myself. But he helped me. He said, young, if you've got any problems, come and see me and we'll help you sort it out. And that was the kind of life that I experienced most of my 20 years as a policeman. I don't know very much about the army, but I do know that I have a grandson who joined the cadet corps in the UK. My grandson got a scholarship to go to a private school in the UK from his squash. He played squash and he got a squash scholarship. And he joined the cadet corps at school. The cadet corps took him to Canada, where he climbed the Rockies. He was 15 years old. He not only climbed the Rockies, they abseiled, they went cycling, they went horse riding. What an amazing experience. And this is what those organizations do for people.
Thank you very much, sir. Will there be any other question? Going once? Twice?
I think just a comment to all aspiring coaches, because what we heard is a result of responding and being teachable and taking on the belief that somebody places in you. I think earlier we were talking about how your coach will see that you can get to Mutare and you decide to go to Marondera. If your coach says, get on board, let's go to Mutare, I think having that teachable spirit and receiving and believing in yourself, because it's been said, is the starting point. And I think if all of us get there, we will have won. So I really want to express my appreciation for what you have inspired us with and motivated us with tonight. And as coaches, we really know that we can also walk in your footsteps and get people where they want to go.
I'm actually thinking of Robert's comment earlier on about you can't coach everyone. And that's something that I've most definitely learned. You can't coach everyone. You can try, but people have to respond. And if they don't respond, you can't do it.
Well, thank you very much. I ask you to remain standing with me right here. Let's give a big round of applause. And if you want to Darachawe, as you can see Darawe, isn't it? Alright, so this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to ask, sir, if you could just stand right here.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to call out a list of the graduates this wonderful, wonderful evening. I'm also going to invite the chairman to also come and stand right here. Is that we're going to ask them to come up and shake your hands, and then they can stand right there so that we can be able to then present to everybody the graduates for today. But before that, I'm going to ask my big brother Patrick if you can help me move this table really. That we're going to recognize within a certificate in coaching, we're going to invite them, and feel free to clap as they come. The first person is none other than Love Mo Kuwana. Ladies and gentlemen, is Sylvia Zilewa. Our next recipient is Marianne Mende. Would you give everybody who has been considered a big round of applause, and we wish everybody well. Thank you. So I'm going to call upon Mrs. J. Mava, is it correct? Mavu, okay. Mrs. J. Mavu, is she here? There she is. Let's give a big round of applause. Mrs. Mavui is with the Cancer Association. She's a manager there. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Ma'am, you have the amazing honor of crowning tonight the Executive Coach of the Year. You will allow me to open the envelope so that I can talk about what is happening here. So this is a new development in the country. According to the Zimbabwe Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the growth of the Zimbabwe business hinges on astute leadership skills which can only be nurtured by professionals and skilled business coaches. The nominees in this category have all demonstrated a commitment to service delivery in this regard, and for that they indeed deserve commendation. The nominees are Joe Mutizwa, Request Machimbira, Milton Kamwendo, and the winner is...
Are you ready for the winner? Yes. Truly. The winner is Request Machimbira.
Well, congratulations. We can do better than that. Let's give Request a big round of applause. I invite a pastor that I am growing to love day by day, and many of us have seen him or heard him. Pastor Kalokanga, please can you come up so that you can present the next award? Pastor, the relationships coaching here. Please go back and get your other half because you are incomplete. Please go and get her so that she can present with you. So I think I could do pretty well as a relationship coach, isn't it? Praise the Lord. So what this beautiful couple is going to present the leadership award, the leadership coach, outstanding leadership coach. And the citation reads: the leadership coaching is a global campaign to liberate the leader in everyone. We believe that teams, businesses, and even the world get better when ordinary people engage those around them to achieve extraordinary things. Approaching leadership as measurable, learnable, and teachable set of behaviors, the leadership coaching framework grew out of the rigorous research that first began in 1982 when Jim and Barry set out to understand those times when leaders performed at their personal best. Here in Zimbabwe, we have individuals who have committed themselves to developing leadership in others. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the nominees are Mikeson Mautsa, Trust Moyo, Timothy Matangi. Would you please give them a big round of applause? And the winner is
and the winner is yes, and some
Rhinos Mautsa.
Outstanding Relationship Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, relationship coaching is a life coaching specialization that helps people find greater fulfillment in their personal relationships. A relationship coach can help you set relationship goals, understand your current partnership, thrive inside your relationship or marriage, grieve a lost loved one, or take your long-term romance to the next level. And I think I need to repeat that one. Take your long-term romance to the next level. Coaching helps clients let go of their own painful thoughts and create their own relationship vision. This means clients are able to enjoy a satisfying relationship even without their partner's participation in the coaching process. We have individuals in Zimbabwe who have committed themselves to nurturing healthy relationships in people, and we commend them for shining ever so brightly. Emmanuel, Dr. Kanokanga, and the winner, ladies and gentlemen, is
and the winner is my Kunguo.
Year Award. The world indeed is evolving, and Zimbabwe is taking great strides to catch up with other first world countries in terms of youth empowerment. Our youth are now involved in various empowerment projects. Thumbs up to a job well done to those individuals for thriving every day to keep our youth not only in check, but keeping them empowered and skilled in self-leadership. The nominees are Farai Kwaze, Kuda Kwashe, Nokulel Ko Glovu. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, is
Farai Kwaze.
Well, you know, I could just pretend as well. Can anybody come and receive on behalf of Farai and be gracious enough to present? I'd like our Vice Chairman to come and receive it on Farai's behalf. Present an award for the Career Coach of the Year. You know, sir, I've always wondered if doctor was a title. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the International Federation of Coaching, ICF, a career coach is one who partners with you in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires you to maximize your personal and professional potential. These coaches honor you as the expert in your life and work and believe you are creative, resourceful, and whole. This process helps clients dramatically improve their outlook on work and life while improving their leadership skills and unlocking their potential. We have in Zimbabwe some remarkable individuals who have taken it upon themselves to promote career development in business. Tonight, the nominees are Nyari Mashaya Mombe, Maud Chifamba, and Tariro Mukanga. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner is.
Okay, before I talk about the winner, I'll just say good evening. And you're asking about Proctor. Yeah, the definition, Proctor is somebody who maintains discipline at a university or college. That's what the definition Proctor means. And also in terms of leadership, I think I was talking to Robert Mandria, there's a big expert in the world known as Bob Proctor. So we need to invite Bob Proctor in Zimbabwe to the institute. Then you see how good he do. The name is Nyarai Mashaya Mombe.
Nyari is out of the country. She is in the UK at the moment, and she did ask that Coach Taff receive the award.
I really want to call him Coach Bob, but he's actually Coach Robert Mandea, to please come up and give us a word and also a vote of thanks. Let's give him a big round of applause as he comes.
Thank you. You gave me take your seats. Thank you very much. And that brings to the yes, I think the husband will receive it on your behalf. Yes, go ahead.
Powerful night we have had. I didn't know about International Coaching and Mentoring Foundation until yesterday, when I got the invitation to attend this occasion. You may be doing yourselves a disservice by not making yourselves visible, because you are offering such an important service, but not many people are aware of your existence. So my challenge to you tonight is, as we go into the year 2017, make yourselves visible so that people can benefit from this very important service that you are offering. This is an organization that has a huge potential to play a pivotal role in character shaping, which is something that is critically needed in our nation, something we don't find in our educational institutions. So I don't want you to underestimate the role that you can play in the nation. So please, whilst you keep it up, step it up.
Come on.
Hallelujah. We bow our heads and pray. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, I give you glory. I give you honor for the International Coaching and Mentoring Foundation. In the mighty name of Jesus, I thank you for each and everyone who is here tonight. I pray for diplomatic immunity over everyone tonight. No harm will befall them. No weapon fashioned against them shall prosper. Father, thank you for positive influence in our nation. In Jesus' mighty name. May the grace of the Lord, the love of the Father, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you tonight.